Hey guys, I'm back with part 3 for this tutorial on how to build this large traditional house. Here in this one, I'm going to be showing you how to do the landscaping for the front and backyard. I went ahead and gathered up all the main blocks we're going to be using here for the front yard. So be sure to grab the stripped dark oak logs, the spruce pressure plates, the andesite, stone bricks, gravel, coarse dirt, podzol, and then lime and green terracotta. I'm going to start with these stripped dark oak logs. I'll head on over here towards the right side near the garage door. And I'm going to carve out a strip of 15 and it'll be all the way up here at the edge of the plot size for the front. So I'm going to line up here at the corner of the house, start right here and carve out 15. So just like that, I'm going to fill this in with the stripped dark oak logs facing straight up. And then I'm going to cover these up with the spruce pressure plates, just like that. Now let's head on over here to the right side of the step up to the front porch. So I'm going to line up where this slab is, and I'm just going to go out and carve out 3 like that. I'm going to go in from the corner, carve out 4, go in again, carve out 3, and then we'll do 2 right here, 1, and now we're going to kind of start working our way over in that direction. So we have 2, and then this will be 4. So now you can see we're lined up here at the corner of the house, and we'll go ahead and delete the remaining 3 right here into it. So now I'm going to go ahead and fill this in with these stripped dark oak logs, and then I'll fly up above and look down, and you'll be able to count all of the blocks. So now you can just see it a lot easier with the logs. You could go ahead and maybe pause the video if needed and count the blocks. Now I'm going to go ahead and cover all these up with the pressure plates. So there we go. All this space right here is going to be a garden. You can kind of see where the driveway is going to be here. Now we just have to do one more curved shape here on this outer part, which will then shape out the pathway here that leads into the driveway. So I head on over here to the left side of the step up, lined up where the slab is again, and we're going to carve out 4. Work your way in from the corner of that, carve out another 4. And then start here, carve out 3, and then another 3, and then 2, and 2, and then 1, and now we're going to kind of curve in towards that direction. So we have 2, then 3, and then starting right here, we're going to have 6. And it's now lined up where those blocks are. And now we're going to bring this out until the edge of the plot size, so it'll be an additional 4. I'll go ahead and fill this in with the logs, and once again I'll fly up above, and you can maybe pause the video and count the blocks if needed. I think this right here is a good spot, so you could count the blocks. And now I'll go ahead and cover these up with the pressure plates. And there we go. We have all that shaped out, so we have this pathway and the driveway. Now I'm just going to start deleting all of the space within that shape. So I'll just start right here at the edge of the plot size, and then just work my way through and delete all of the rest of the space that you see. So I went ahead and deleted all those blocks, so this is what it's looking like. Now I'm going to use a mixed up pattern between the andesite, the stone bricks, and the gravel. So what I'll do first is just completely fill it all in with the andesite, and then I'm going to go back and carve out a bunch of random holes, fill it in with maybe the stone bricks, cut out more holes, and fill it in with the gravel. So I'll show you what I mean once I have it all filled in with the andesite first. So this is what it's looking like with it just completely filled in with andesite. So now what I'm going to do is just maybe switch to the stone bricks. I'm going to carve out a bunch of random holes and then fill it in with these stone bricks. And then I'll go back, carve out a few more holes and fill it in with the gravel. So it just adds some more texture to the driveway. So we're just going to pretty much even it out between the 3 blocks. So I guess I'll just see you guys once I have it all done, and I'll show you what the final look is going to be looking like. So there we go. This is pretty much what it should be looking like. Just a mixed up pattern between the 3 blocks. Now, let's go ahead and do the garden space. So we're going to be using the coarse dirt and the podzol. So I'm just going to delete all this space here within the edge of this shape. And you want to make sure to also delete the extra space right here underneath the porch. So what I'll do, since this isn't really too big of an area, is I'll just go ahead and do the patches of maybe the podzol first, and that will just fill in the remaining space with the coarse dirt. So a little something like this. So now we'll just do the coarse dirt. And there we go. We have all that filled in. Now the final thing for like all the main space for the front yard is going to be the lime and green terracotta for the strips of mowed grass. So that'll be just all the rest of the space throughout here. So I'll go over here at the left side, lined up at the corner of the house, and we'll go ahead and just delete a strip going all the way to the edge of the plot size. All the way up to right here, so it's then lined up where the driveway is. We could go ahead and just delete this strip going straight across to the driveway. And now you can see all of this space within here. We're going to go ahead and delete. Make sure to get those little bits of space underneath the porch as well. So I'll go ahead and see you once I have all of this carved out. So there we go. Went ahead and deleted all that. So now I'll just maybe start with the green terracotta. I'm just going to have 2 strips going in this direction, and then I'll switch to the lime, have 2 strips the same way, back to the green, and then back to the lime. You could just keep doing this back and forth. So now it just looks like some mowed grass, and I'm just going to do that all the way until it's all filled in. So I'll see you once I have it all done. So we're just left with a single strip here on this side, but now it's all filled in, looking like that. So the final thing we actually have left to do here for the front yard is the little garden space. So we're going to have a bush and some flowers. So I'm just going to go ahead and clear all these blocks and gather up all that. So I'm just going to maybe use the jungle leaves, and then how about some ferns, and then a bunch of flowers. So I always like to grab these big flowers first, and then we'll just grab a few smaller ones just to fill in some of the extra space. And I believe I also actually grabbed the grass, just like the regular grass, to fill in some more extra space. So let's go ahead and grab the jungle leaves, and we could have a bush maybe right around here. So I'm just going to place these randomly until it kind of looks normal. So you know what? I think that looks good. Maybe we could bring this up a little bit. You know what? I'll leave it like that. There we go. And now, I like to just use the big flowers first. Place these just here and there. So a little something like that. And then we'll grab some of these smaller flowers, fill in some more of the space. Okay, so we used all the smaller flowers. Now let's use the ferns, fill in some more space, and then we'll go through with the grass and just kind of fill it in for the final touches. And I think that is good. So that is now going to be it here for the front yard. If you wanted to, you could maybe do a custom tree right here, or just plant a tree. Just have like a big tree right here. Might tie it all together, but I usually don't do that for the tutorials. So I'm going to go ahead and leave it at that here for the front. We'll just clear all that. I'll head on to the backyard. And back here, we have a pool. And then a patio space here. And then we have some more strips of lime and green terracotta, garden space over there. And then some more strips of the terracotta, and then another garden space there. So let's actually just go ahead and gather up all the main blocks for back here, and we'll get right on into it. So now here for the backyard, be sure to grab the stripped dark oak logs, the spruce pressure plates, the coarse dirt, the podzol, the lime terracotta and green terracotta, and then the stone bricks, the andesite, and the gravel. So pretty much all the main blocks that we used for the front yard. But we also want to be sure to grab some white concrete, light gray concrete, smooth quartz slabs, campfires, and a bucket of water. So we'll go ahead and mark out this garden shape here at the left side first. So we'll just line up at the corner of the house, and we'll carve out 3 like that. Go in from the corner, carve out another 3, and then go in again, carve out 2, and then we have 1 here, another 1, and now we're going to kind of curve into the corner of the house there. So we have 3, and another 3. I'll go ahead and fill this in, look up above, and you could count the blocks. So now, I'll go ahead and cover this up with the spruce pressure plates. And now let me head on over here to the other side, and we'll shape out this garden space next. So I'm going to start over here at the corner. We're going to bring this out by 4. And then go in, we have 3. And then 2. 1. And now we're going to kind of curve in that direction. We have 2. And then it's going to be 6. We'll go ahead and fill this in with the logs facing straight up. Go up above. You can maybe count the blocks if needed. And now I'll cover these up with the pressure plates. And now within the shape over here, and for that side, I'm going to go ahead and just carve out this layer and replace it with the mixed up pattern between the podzol and coarse dirt. So I'll see you guys once I have both sides all done. So I filled in both sides like that. So now let's go ahead and start marking out this middle section right here, and then we have the strips of the terracotta. So what I'll go ahead and do is just mark out where the strips of terracotta are going to be first. So we're going to be at each edge, like on each side of the deck. So we'll be right here, and we'll just delete this strip going all the way towards the back. All the way back here to the very edge of the plot size. I'll do the same thing over here. So just start right here, bring this all the way towards the back. So now, all this space right here is going to be replaced with these strips of terracotta, as well as for all this space right here. And then we also want to make sure to delete this little bit of space underneath the deck. That'll also be a little bit of extra terracotta, so get these 2 spaces over here. So I'll go ahead and just delete all of this up until the edge of the house, so we could delete this strip right here, bring it all the way back. Do the same on this side, so it'll be, well, we have it going all the way till that part of the house that juts out, so we'll bring it all the way back here, like that. Okay, let me go ahead and now just delete all the remaining space within the edge of that. So, went ahead and carved out all this space and all this space. So I guess I'll just start over here, maybe with the lime. Just add a strip going all the way towards the back. So it's just the same thing we did at the front. We'll have the 2 strips of the lime. So like that. And then we'll have the green. And then back to the lime until it's all filled in. And then we'll do the same thing on the other side. So I have both sides filled in. And I just have a single strip right underneath here where this part of the porch is. And then, as well as over here, just a single strip. So now everywhere else is doubled up. We don't have like a random single strip like we did up here at the front. You can see these are all 2, but we ended off with just a single space here. So everything worked out pretty good here for the back. So now, we just have to do all this space right here in the middle. So what I'll go ahead and do is just go right here at the edge of the plot size, delete this. And then just go ahead and work your way in and delete all of the other space that you see. Make sure to get all up under there where the porch is. So I have it all removed. And I'm going to go ahead and just clear all of these blocks except for like all these stone ones. So let me go ahead and just move all those out the way. We could just clear all that. And then we'll just gather up all these other blocks that we're going to be using. So I'll start with like the white concrete, the light gray concrete. We're going to be using the bucket of water. These are all going to be used for the pool. So we'll go ahead and start shaping out where that's going to be first. Make sure to switch to the white concrete and we'll start shaping out the border of the pool. So I'm going to head on over here towards this left side. We just want to make sure to leave 2 spaces away from the edge of the terracotta here. And then we're going to be 2 spaces away from the edge of the deck. So we'll place a white concrete block right here. So you can see how we have these 2 full blocks here. And then, I guess we do have this third one. So I guess 3 right here and 2 here. Now we'll go ahead and bring this white concrete towards the back until we have 2 spaces remaining. Right there. And then let's go ahead back up here to the front. We'll bring this over until once again, I guess there's technically going to be 3 blocks like we have here. So it'll be like that. We have these 2 blocks and then that third one underneath the porch. Then we'll go ahead and bring this out till it's lined up with that other side. Like that. Go ahead and connect it together. So we have a bit of a rectangular shape here. And now let's go ahead and mark out where the hot tub is going to be, back here in this corner. So it's just going to be a 4x4 space. So we're just going to place this right on top of the white concrete. So we have 4 here. And then we'll go out in this direction, add an extra 3. Then we'll go ahead and just connect it all together. So it's a square like that. We'll go ahead and go underneath and add the extra layer here. And then let's go ahead and fill this in with light gray concrete. So this is just a little hot tub here at the corner of the pool. And now let's go ahead and start adding all of the light gray concrete for the pool itself. So the pool is going to have 2 layers. It'll have like a shallow end and then a little bit of a deeper end. So for the shallow end, we'll bring it up until maybe like right around here. So all of this space here, we'll go ahead and delete and just replace it with the light gray concrete. And then, here, let's go ahead and bring it over one more space. Just like that. Now it's kind of more down the middle. And then for this half, we'll go ahead and make it 2 blocks deep. If you're on a default flat world, you should now see the bedrock. So we're going to go ahead and cover all that up with the light gray concrete. And then we'll have to fill in, like replace the sides of the pool where that extra dirt is with white concrete. So it's like this. And now let's go ahead and replace all that dirt with white concrete. There we go. Now let's fill this all in with the bucket of water. So there we go, we have the pool all marked out. And now, all of the other space that you see, we're going to fill in with the mixed up pattern between the andesite, the stone bricks, and the gravel. So it's not too big of an area, so what I'll go ahead and do is just start it off with the mixed up pattern. Just like this. Instead of completely filling it in with the andesite and carving out holes, it might be a little bit quicker just to do it this way. So, I'll go ahead and see you guys once I have this done. It's going to be the same exact way that we did the driveway. So, this is what it's looking like. Have it all filled in. And now there's just one final thing we're going to do here, and that is this little patio space. So, we're going to be using the white concrete, the smooth quartz slabs, and then a campfire, so it's just a little sitting area here. So you can switch to the white concrete, and we're going to be right down the middle. So you can see how we have the 5 spaces where the step down is. So we're going to be right down the middle of that, and we're going to be 1 space away from the edge here, so on this block. Go ahead and fill in 3, branch it out on each side, and fill the middle in with a smooth quartz slab. So now this chair is lined up down the middle of this part of the deck. And now, we'll go ahead and switch back to the white concrete. And we're going to go ahead and pretty much be 1 space diagonally from it. So we're going to be right here. And we'll shape out another chair like that. So you can see how we just have, like, these are corner to corner, but we just have the single space away. So we have this space here, so we're going to be on this block. And we'll have another couch, slab like that. And then right down the middle, we're going to go ahead and have a 3x3 with the slabs. And then we'll fill this in with the campfire. So there we go. That's all done. Now we could go ahead and just clear all of that. And the final thing we have left to do are the garden spaces. So it's going to be the same thing that we did at the front. So let's go ahead and just gather up all these blocks. We have the jungle leaves. We have all these bigger flowers. We have the smaller flowers, the ferns, and then the grass, which I think, yeah, I'm going to have to go ahead and actually grab the fern. There we go. Okay, let's head back to the backyard. And I'll go ahead and mark out where I'm going to have, we can maybe have 2 bushes back here. And then we'll probably just have 1 over here. So I'll mark out where those are going to be. And then I'll just fast forward through the actual flower part. So we can have maybe a bush right around here. A little something like that. And then over here on this side, I'll maybe have one right here. So maybe one there, and then another one right around here. There we go. And now I'll just go ahead and place all these flowers. And like I said, I'll just see you guys once I have it all done. So I have both garden spaces filled in. Looks good. And now that is about it for all the landscaping. That's all I'm going to be doing. I'll just clear all that. And I am going to go through with just the regular grass blocks and clean up all the rest of the concrete that's remaining for the actual plot size. So there's really no reason to show this. So I'm just going to go through, clean it all up. And I'll see you once I have it all done. Okay, so real quick, just wanted to show, cleaned it all up. Now the entire exterior of the entire build, so the house and all the landscaping is now done. So we will then be heading on to the interior for part 4. Alright guys, that's going to be it here for part 3 for this tutorial on how to build this large traditional house. If it helped you, be sure to please leave a like, subscribe for more, and I'll see you guys in part 4.